Hello, hello. Hi everybody, Hidden Flame here. I'm not in my normal position right now. Um, it's because I am going to be doing some editing. Um, so let me show you. That's the couch that I usually sit on, and I'm actually sitting on the floor. So if I ever need to just relax, I can just lean back and question what I'm doing, at least with my life. I am not a great editor, not at all. I'm gonna move that whip thing down so I don't have to keep looking up, because from where I'm sitting, let me show you this. From where I'm sitting, this is what I see. That's my eye lane. So that is what I am looking at. So see, that's my second monitor. Might as well show you guys what I'm working with here. It's good. I got two good monitors here. Both are 1080 HD. My tower is right here. Got a nice little light in it. It's a nice little thing. So what I'm going to be doing today, guys, is I had a request a while back to do this, and I haven't been able to get any of my editing programs working. I was using Vegas, and it just kind of stopped working on me. It says there is no license when there is a license. So I went and re-downloaded my my recording program, or my editing program, which is Coral Video Studio Pro X6. It is 4 years old, but it does what I need it to do. So I'm not really up for upgrading it, because I don't want to spend $100 to $900 upgrading it. So you guys are just going to see some behind the scenes footage here. If you want to ask me anything, go ahead. I'm going to put something on the screen here. Now it comes up, really? Whatever. Let's see. I'm going to put this... Whoa, that's real. Hey, when I do that, it's too big. I'm going to move this. Small. Hang that up here. What you're hearing in the background is royalty-free music. So none of it I own, but none of it should be copyrighted. So there should be no worry about it, and I just have it there for background noise. It's usually what I listen to when I edit, because it's relaxing, specifically after work. Helps me relax, unwind. Let's see. I'm going to move a little bit further down here. Right there, okay. Because up here is going to... Can you even see it? Yeah, right here is going to be all my videos and that I find. So I already started this project a little bit last night. It is in the works, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to do all this. So I'm just going to be doing it as I go. I don't even remember what all this here was. The next connection comes from Final Fantasy VI. Okay, so that, yeah, I know what that one is. Okay. So this is 3, 6. Let me edit here. Oops. Really? I don't know how to spell. I really don't. So I have Google. Magical familiars. Okay. So that is spelled Familiars. Okay. Dang it, I said no. What, this one. Thank you. Actually, what am I doing? I can just do this, this, copy all, middle. There we go. Puts it right into the middle for me. So let's shrink this a little. Okay. This one is Shinra and Shinra Corp. I don't know if it was Shinra Corp. I haven't played 7 in a while. And if you guys see me blinking a lot, it's only because my eyes are really dry. I've got allergies. So I forgot anything less than 10 you write out. It's a little grammar thing, or a little thing from spelling from back in the old day. Unless it's like this, every time you put in a number, you have to spell it out. So I need to find a picture. Let's see if I can actually get a thing here. I can never get this to work correctly. Media source? What is that? Oh, okay, I see. Oh, hang on. I want to put a text up here. Oh, that's an image, not text. Never mind. Hang on. There we go. There. I'll do that. Now, let's see if I can get a display of Google here. Media source. Browsers. Oh, websites. Okay. Right? This is what I want. Oh, hi. I don't know you. I don't know you. I will send you away. Get rid of that. Compatible with most browsers, yet it doesn't work with Windows Chrome. See? See, it doesn't even show anything. So I guess you guys don't get to see me finding images. So I need to find an image of, let's see. Oh, they're called Magicite. If I remember to spell it. There it is. Okay. Hmm. Ah, that's what I want right there. Yeah, now I'm going to delete all these. Let's change this. Our next connection comes from Final Fantasy VI. Our next connection comes from Final Fantasy VI. Okay. In Final Fantasy VI, when you acquire an Esper or a summon, they come from the Aeons themselves. Aeons, damn it. In Final Fantasy VI, when you get a summon, which they are called Espers, they are dying summons. Damn it, no, that doesn't sound right. In Final Fantasy VI, the Espers, also known as summons throughout the series, become crystals or magicite. Okay, that one works. These magicites are the dying creations. Oh. These magicites are what's left of the summons after they die. They get all of their essence, spells, abilities, whatever, and put them into one usable crystal for the party to use. The party can summon only one at a time, and it's only if that one is equipped. When they unequipped that magicite, they lose the ability to summon. Okay. In Final Fantasy X, when Yuna goes into the Chambers of the Fate, all of the Aeons are encased in a crystal-like form. These are the forms that the Aeons have taken after they have sacrificed their lives with the Battle of Sin to become final Aeons, and thus become Aeons for future summoners. I forget where the hell that is. Show in folder. It's on my desktop. Okay. Minimize that. Desktop. Timeline. Okay. Open both of those. Oops. Oops, I meant to do this. My bad. This is the only time in all of the games where the summons are acquired from crystal. All of the other games have them acquired by either defeating them in combat or acquiring them from tests. I will come to those at another time. Oops. I hate when I do that. This one doesn't help place the time, the care. This connection doesn't help place where 10 and 6 go in my timeline, but the next connection will help a little. Okay, that's what I thought it was. Oops. Supposed to be a D. There we go. Shrink that a little. It also doesn't help when you have a bad knee. Okay. The next connection comes from also. The next connection also comes from Final Fantasy VI, but there is a special mention of Final Fantasy XIV. Great. I'm going to have to figure out names here. Time to do some reading, guys. I hate Final Fantasy names. It's also 9. That's cool. I guess I have to add that one in too. With a brief mention of Final Fantasy IX. Oops. This connection also comes from Final Fantasy VI, but there is a special mention of Final Fantasy XIV. With a brief mention of Final Fantasy... Ugh. The next connection comes from Final Fantasy VI, 9, and 14. Let's see. We'll start with 9 first. In the Desert Palace, you will come across 3 statues that could be alluded to the Warring Triad. What the hell word is that? Alluition? What is that? I don't even know how to pronounce that. How to pronounce. Click and learn this word, please.
Illusion.
Illusion. I thought illusion was an I, not an A. Whatever. In Final Fantasy IX, in the Desert Palace, there appears to be an illusion of the Warring Triad. There are 3 statues. Damn it. I'm just going to read it from here. It's just one paragraph. In Final Fantasy IX, there are 3 statues in the Desert Palace that appear to be an illusion of the Warring Triads. The other statues are demonic creatures called the Promise of the Evil God and the Truth of the Devil, and the middle statue is angelic, and it is named the Illusion of the Goddess. Okay. The Warring Triad are 3 gods that are descended from heaven. Fearing one another's power, the gods began a war. The mortals caught them amongst their fightings, and they became espers, and were forced to fight endlessly as slave of the gods. That is a quote in the Esper Caves in Final Fantasy VI. I need that picture. Thank you. Up there. Really? No one's in my chat, so... In the Heaven's Ward expansion of Final Fantasy XIV, there is a side quest you can do after completing the expansion, where you can go and fight the Warring Triad. I'm going to read a small little snippet of information about these Warring Triads. While they aren't named the same, it is still sort of familiar about exactly who and what they are. I need that picture. Picture would be nice, but no. Really? Really? The Warring Triad is a group of 3 primals. Okay. Sephiroth, the Fiend, Sophia, the Goddess, and Zurvan, the Demon. God damn it. I really hate Final Fantasy names. I really do. It's going to be horrible when I have to do tactics again.
Allegan.
Wrong. I think it's Allegan. How is it pronounced? Allegan. Allegan. Let's see. I don't want to have to pull up Final Fantasy 14 to get this pronunciation. It's an important thing.
Get away. Away. Fun.
That looks mildly painful, Copain.
I remember when they can call him Copain.
Copain.
That's how you pronounce his name. That's how you pronounce your name, Copain. Copain.
Sorry, guys.
Copain. I'm not French. Like, should we be pronouncing Allegan Allergan because it's Japanese?
Allegan? Is that right? Huh. This person is also in Hyperion. That's cool. Might have to look him up. So it is Allegan. Okay. They were the first primals of the Allegan Empire successfully bound, a technology they later used in the construction of Dalamud. Really? They remained bound in Aziz La, presumably inside the flagship of the center of the floating continent. 3 statues in the middle of Aziz La are carved in their likeness, and they are otherwise identical to the appearance of Final Fantasy VI. Archbishop Thornton travels to Azizla to use the power of the trapped primals to become a god king that would put an end to all conflict. He is defeated by the Warrior of Light, but his activation of Azizla and his drawing upon the Triad's power begins a process awakening, and Oriange calls upon the Warrior of Light for help. Okay. Really? The reason I'm adding this is because in Final Fantasy VI, Kefka does the same thing. He uses the Warring Triad's power for his own ability to try and become a god. But the reason why I'm bringing these guys up is because of a theory that is floating around the internet saying that the original Warring Triad is Yuna, Seymour, and Sin. You see, if you were to categorize the 3 of them, the Fiend, I believe, is Seymour. The God, or the Goddess. Okay. I gotta find this. Stranger Things movie, huh? That's cool. I just realized there's another little thing, but it's only just a coincidence. In 13, you got the names of some of the paradigms, or paragons, or whatever you call them, called Commando, Ravager, and Saboteur. If you have all 3 of those, you get the Warring Demons of Destruction. In English, it's called Ruthless. Wait, I don't know how you get that, but okay. According to Final Fantasy III, the battle sequence against the Statue of the Gods is supposed to be a rematch of the Warring Triad. Okay, the Demon, the Goddess, and the Fiend. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Saying that the original Warring Triad is Yuna, Seymour, and Sin. Okay. Gotta back off a little bit there. The goddess is a reference to Yuna. The fiend is in reference to Seymour. And the demon is reference to Sin. Now I gotta find this theory because I can't seem to find it for some reason. It's weird. 10 wild fan theories that are confirmed. And 10 that are not. Okay. Screen Rant, I don't know how I feel about you. Oh, at least you have an easier web page. Maybe you have the Warring Triad. That is what I'm looking for. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Huh. Cool. Don't care. Don't care. Bedroom wigs from Chrono Trigger are the same ones in 6. Should be confirmed. Don't care. I still gotta finish 5. I really do. It's bad on purpose. That's cool. You do not help me, Screen Rant. This is why I don't like you. Ranker is 10 and 10 2 are prequels at 7. Yeah, I'm going to get to that later. 4 is a sequel to 2. I'm going to get to that later. 3 and 8, I'm going to get to that. Four happened 1,000 years before 6? Gonna have to look into that one. And let me show you guys. This is really nice, okay? It's still on their ranking, which is, it's got 202 votes. That's really nice. Window capture, I don't need that one. I need monitor capture, thank you. Display capture is what it's called here. Now, I didn't make this. This is what got my thing into the out there into the world. It says, while there are holes in the theory, there are some fans that believe that all 15 of the Might and Final Fantasy games can be fit in the same timeline. However, it's not like one game's adventure begins as soon as the previous one adventure ends. Each game takes place hundreds to thousands of years apart, which would account for the geographical changes in the world map along with the achievements or regressions of technology. Click on the video or check out this thread for details on the entire theory. See, I'm not the only one who has this theory. So, yeah. Look at that, okay? That's a big theory. So, Yeah, number 11. It's really nice. Oh, it's at the bottom of their list. That's cool. That's 11 wild theories. That's weird, though. Can't find this thing. Oops. Display. There we go. Get rid of that. This is a big theory. Ah, here we are. And these connections show 8 and 10. That's a new one. Oh. That's because I added that one. I forgot about that. The only evidence between 8 and 10 is Moogles and Boo Boo. Yeah. See 2 and 4, 4 and 6. I'm gonna have to look into that one. 7 and 10. Okay, it says the woman has brown hair similar to Eunice, behind a large gold disc resembling a sun. If you were to treat the statues as fate rather than petrified remains of the gods, Eunice shown appearing to break free of the mind of Unaliska with the sun at her back. In 10, Eunice summons, you already know about that, the Fiend, large, fairly blubbly black shape originally called Doom. Sin is the bringer of destruction. Okay, so thing. Okay. But the reason why I'm bringing these guys up is because of a theory that is floating around the internet saying that the original Warring Triad is Una, Seymour, and Sin. Okay. Get rid of those. What 2 games did you not want to relate to each other? What do you mean? Are you asking what 2 do I think should not be together? I don't care about 7. 7 and with Spirits Within cannot be related. That's stupid. You're going to have to ask me because I'm not... You're going to have to explain it because I'm not sure. Because... Well, if you're asking me though, what 2 games I think are not connected, that people say are, kind of hard to think. Because they all pretty much make sense when you think about it. Like 9 and 1 might be the two that I think comes out of nowhere. Mount Gulg comes out of nowhere. The 4 elemental beings come out of nowhere. It's as if they were trying to do something and they just threw it in just to say, "Hey, let's do it. Do this." Because it's like one of those, "Oh my God, we need this done." Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Crap, hit the wrong one. There we go. It's like in wrestling when they need a desperation tactic. I hope if I start talking. The goddess refers to Yuna. How are you doing this? It does? It does. I didn't even notice that. Okay. But this one doesn't. So. But they both have the disc behind them. But looking at it, it is standing on top of a Medusa head. That's pretty cool. Let's see. The goddess refers to... Good God, I gotta back off the mic. But while I'm doing this, Alan, how are you doing? Oh yeah. When I started playing them, I wasn't even for sure on that. I was in the boat that they weren't connected. But until I started playing them and I started seeing specific signs, that's when it all changed. But let me show you something here, Alan. Check this out. I know I posted this a few minutes ago. Come on. Don't want you to do that. It's actually something that's really cool. I actually got a lot of subscribers because of this website. I did not submit it. I didn't even know how to submit it. All I know is someone in the comments of a video saying, "Hey, so I found your timeline via Ranker." I'm like, "What's Ranker?" So I looked it up, and this popped up. On a top 11 Wild Fan Theories. It's number 11, which is nice. So it's a nice little thing that someone did. Said it, but what's really nice though is that should you click on this video, it opens up a YouTube thing. So I will still get views if you click it. So, which is really cool. So I'll still get a view every time somebody watches the video. But I have sent a message to them to say, hey, yeah. It's getting people to come my way, so it works. Now, where was I at? Oh, yeah, so let me show you this here. This is the connection that I'm working with. Look how long that is. It's like, oh my god. It's really long. Trying to summarize it is I have to read it and put my own spin on it. It's been a while since I looked this up, and this was the first video I did. And I did this back in 2016. Trying to remember all these. No, I gotta keep. No, let's get rid of that. Let's see. It's saying that the goddess was made up of two parts. The statue of a woman stands on the Medusa head, similar to the third form of Unalisca. The woman has brown hair in the style of Una. Behind the figure is a large golden disc resembling the sun. Now, if we treat the statues as faith, rather than the petrified remains of the gods, we can see symbolism. Una is shown appearing to break free of the mind of Unalisca, with the sun at her back. In 10, Una ended the summoner's pilgrimage, started by Unalisca at the behest of her father, Yevon, with the aid of Titus. His name means sun. Huh. That's cool. I actually never knew that. That's cool. The Fiend is a large, fairly bubbly shape. Gas. Originally called Doom, Sin is the bringer of destruction, and is essentially the Fiend left behind by the fate of the final Aeon. Its appearance is similar to Braska's final Aeon, Both have a chaos-like upper body with the horns pointed straight up. The lower half is concealed by gray material. For this theory, Fiend represents Sin and Yevon. Finally, Demon, or the Poltergeist, it appears in two parts. Two faces. One is a humanoid man, and the other is that of a beast, which may be a separate entity. At any rate, the human side seems to be in command of the beast from their body language. It is largely irrelevant, but refers my point. The name of the Poltergeist serves well in this theory. For in 10, there were three groups at war: Yuna's Guardians, Yevon, and Seymour Guado. When Seymour came back from the dead, he always had a sidekick or some sort, and Seymour Flux carried a large staff similar to the Poltergeist's halberd. Finally, if the two are indeed one, the arrangement mirrors of the anima, particularly the more feral face below, with its arms stretched out, similar to anima's overdrive. The War of the Magi represents three powers that lasted many years, even though Yuna's group did not appear for some time. Their ideas were similar to those of the Al Bhed. In 6, the Espers were human ones, who had been infused with great amount of magic and in the crossfire between the three. In 10, the Aeons are the souls who defeated sin. Okay, this is where we see things change over time. The metaphorical crossfire became a literal event. Remember, there's multiple endings in X2. Now the most accept that the hardest to get ending is the real one. But surely human beings being flawed would take the path of least resistance. Where Gun destroys with a big white light. Now I need to remind you that Kefka did the exact same thing with the Triad's power. The three did not choose to neutralize each other. Yuna destroyed Sin and Seymour, and then herself destroyed by Shuyan. However, with so many deaths, the Fireflies could easily gather. In 7, I never actually put that together. In 7, it took physical form of the life stream, which could not these three dominant personalities also be bound together. Fireflies become the faith. Now this is where the theory runs short, since surely all of Spira's inhabitants died. But so did Arn and Titus. If you were to manage to walk around, the people of 6 could be unsensed or something similar, created by three faiths as they dreamed by the destroyed world, and the three are in essence human. Yeah, I already said the far plane is the land of the Espers. I already got that. I figured that one out on my own. Kitty kitty. How you doing, sweetheart? Being a good girl? Am I going to have to come after you? Or are you going to come over here? Because I don't want to get up. No? Okay. I'm not going to get up.
Nikki said she was going to be here, but I guess not. Unless she's just lurking. Which she kind of does. Nikki likes to lurk. What are you doing, sweetie? So, if anybody wants to see cute kitty, I have a cute kitty. Oh, who's a cute kitty? Are you a cute kitty? Are you a cute kitty? I should get you meowing. Record you doing it. Yeah. Oh. You look so sad. I'll let you down in a second. That face. She's like, oh my god, I see myself. What's the matter? Huh? Go, put you down. Watch your head. Watch your head. Okay. Let's see. So how am I going to mention this? Just, nope. Test, okay. The statue of the goddess has a representation of a woman and a sun. The woman is Yuna. The sun at her back is in reference to Titus, who his name means sun. That's pretty cool. This, Alan, if you're still there, what I've learned from doing this is how awesome fan art can get. The sun at her back is in reference to Titus, who his name means sun.
Oops.
Sun is Una. The sun at her back is in reference to Titus, who his name means sun.
Ah! Hate when that happens. There we go. Okay. Keep this one going. Ah! I hate when that happens. Keep that one going. So the fiend is sin. Oops. Now, oh wow, so I actually made it in Minecraft. That's cool. It's weird though that Sin looks like Bismarck. That's the Cloverfield. That's not the Cloverfield monster. That's Sin. That's stupid. Someone showed up in chat. Hello. Oh, is that a behemoth? It's a behemoth that someone said is Sin. It's not Sin. That's a behemoth. I guess I will go with this one. Hey, sweetie. Welcome back. Okay, I'll get comfortable for you. I'm not allowed to stretch out with you around, am I?
The next statue is a fiend. It's originally called Doom, and sin is the bringer of destruction, and in essence, the fiend left behind by the fate of the final Aeon. Its appearance is similar to Braska's Aeon, with a chaos-like upper body, horns pointing straight up, lower half concealed by gray material. This could represent sin, and possibly even Yevon itself. Okay, what's next? The third and final statue is... Shit, I already forgot what it was. Demon. Okay. The third and final statue is the demon, which appears in two parts, as a human and a beast. In my opinion, the human is Seymour's human side, and the beast is Seymour's Guado side. And while he looks more human than he does Guado, this is showing that he is controlling his more human, or his... No, that's wrong. I can't do that. That's too much info. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? Let me make sure I have it right. Yeah, okay. The third and final statue is the demon, which is two parts, a human and a beast. Seymour himself is Seymour himself is multi-raced, half human, half Guado. How you doing today, Nikki? You doing okay? Well, this could refer to... No. Well, the statue itself could refer to him being able to transform into a large demon, and while being humanoid, it could also refer to, like I said, his multiracial upbringing. It could also refer to that he always has some kind of partner, or it could also refer to that as a humanoid, the demon that he controls could be his Aeon, Amina. I pronounced anima wrong, didn't I? It's anima. Oh, no one noticed a little slip up. Really? Now these are all references in the War of the Magi, which could represent Una, Sid, and Seymour, as I mentioned before. But in order to make it a more long-term thing, it could be representing Yevon versus Sin versus the Summoners. But seeing as how it started with Una Liska and ended with Una, I'm going with her. And who is in control of Yevon at the time is Seymour. Look at all this. You know what? I have a video. Why am I not using it? Let me see if I still have it. It's been a while since I looked in this file to mute it because okay, come on. Okay. Oops.
Una asks him, "What are you doing?" Shinra says, "Looking at
Okay, so that was a bit loud.
far plane data. The more I study it, the more fascinating it gets."
Yeah, I'm going to use that as a background. Okay. Because it is a 30-minute video. Wow. Hopefully I can keep this into there. Jump. Oh, Nikki, did I show you this? I don't know if I did or not. This. Did I show you this before? I don't remember if I did or not. There we go. How Ranker pretty much promoted my channel. Can't remember if I showed that to you or not. That was a couple years ago, though. Okay, let's see. Was there another one? And also, I have a kitty cat on my lap, so I can't move. She's asleep in my lap. Huh, okay. Okay. Say hi. Say hi, sweetie. Look at that face. That's a cute face. Let me see if she'll do it. I want to try to show them something, Coda. No? Oh. Sometimes she'll go like she's a cutie. I don't know if you saw my new profile picture on earlier today or not. I saw a face. Is that the one you're talking about? So now where does this place these in the timeline? Well, as I have mentioned before, 10 and 7, 10 comes before 7 as 7 takes place after 10. So I'm going to need add a new one. These are my... The only thing about being down here is I can't really see icons. Okay, now up. Where are they at? Can't find my icons. What the hell? Thumbnails? No. Goes 1 through 15. Minus 13, 2. Load them all up. Blam. Okay. So I need... Oh, don't need 13, 12, 2. I just need the original 15. Okay, so... Okay, so 10. Then I said 7. I'm not sure what progressive vision is. Ugh. Sorry, Coda moved, so I was able to sit up. I hate when I do that. I also mentioned that Final Fantasy VIII comes before Final Fantasy X, with the familiars of Lulu and the creatures of 8. Whoa, why is there a gap there? Well, as I have mentioned before, 10 and 7, 10 comes before 7 as 7 takes place after 10. And the other one was the triad. So that means 6
comes in before 8. No, before... Huh, okay. Oops, undo. Okay. And finally, the last connection that I added was Final Fantasy VI. As I mentioned, 6 comes before 10, as they are both mentioned. Wait, did I say 6 comes before 10? You're fine, Nikki. You get to doing your thing. Oh no, I messed up. Mink. That's how it is. Okay. With Final Fantasy X being the War of the Magi, it only stands to understand that 6 comes after 10. Now, 10... No, fuck. I should have paused it there. As mentioned with the War of the Triad, 10 is that war. And thus the statues built in 6 are the same ones from 10. The people who have become like faith-type creatures and were sealed in stone. On top of this, at the end of 6, the world is desolated. A lot of empty areas, a lot of dead places, very few towns and cities, but it would only make sense because at the end of 6, the world's pretty much in ruin. And in 7, there isn't much left of the world. There's very few areas left. People are hoping to build. People live in large cities because that's where everybody is. If you venture out of the cities, things are bad. And then on top of that, Final Fantasy VII takes place after 10 because the idea of the Shinra Corporation mining the live stream does come into effect in 10 and comes into fruition in 7. Whew, I almost screwed up there. I think that's the only ones, because I can go off of these other ones. If I wanted to right now, but I'm not going to because that's going to be another video. I'm going to have to do more recordings for dungeon videos if you're ever up to running random dungeons, Alan. Doing 14 dungeons. It's up to you if you ever want to join me in those recordings. And those are the connections that I am going to end with here. If you have any issues, or you see any plot holes that I may have missed, or any other connections with 10 that you think I have missed, please let me know. This is going to be a redo of my entire timeline. I had noticed at the end of my placing, to just as the summary and corrections video that I last did, I made some mistakes. So I'm redoing the timeline just to make sure everything is in working order and correct. So in the next video, I'm not sure which one I'm going to do connections with. It might be one of the connections regarding the ones that I have already have set. $15 in Bavel. You mean the Bank of Bavel, which I never saw in 15? I'm going to look it up. FF15 Bank. Oops. I can't apparently spell bank, it seems. Of Bavel. I'm looking up. Huh? There's something called Spira. There's a store called Spira. That's cute. I'm trying to find proof. I've only found it's called Spira Bank. But I think just a small name doesn't really count as official. That could have just been like a little Easter egg. Near the end of Chapter 1, the group reaches a hill on the outskirts of Insomnia, looking over the kingdom beyond a bridge. This may be an allusion to the original Final Fantasy, where the Warriors of Light are similarly positioned, looking over Castle Cornelia before departing on their journey as they cross the drawbridge to the lands beyond the starting area. The drawbridge in Final Fantasy may be a homage to the original Nihonbashi, a bridge in Tokyo during the Edo period that everyone would have crossed to travel elsewhere in Japan. It is still sometimes used as a symbol point for starting a journey. 15. People also need to cross a bridge to leave Insomnia and travel to Lewis and Eos. Both the Insomnia Wall and the bridge are not physical, merely serving as a decorative objects to be observed from a distance. Nothing lies beyond the wall itself. The ruins are separate from the map and the rest of the map. Huh, cool. Let me show you what I found real quick. If you're talking about this right here, because you handed me this. Yeah, signage I don't think really counts, because you can tell there's from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Naki, see, there's 7. Windhill from 8. That's just little Easter eggs. They're all just cute. But yeah, you have that Bavel sign. You got the Spira Bank. So it's really just how you want to look at it. But I'm not really going to have Easter eggs, little cute Easter eggs, as official connections. What I am working with, though, is these. This I found interesting. There is, on the Final Fantasy Weekend, the intergame connections. You got 8 and 10, 2 and 4, 4 and 6, which I need to look into, 8 and 10, 3 and 8, 1 and 9, 10 and 6, 7 in the Spirits Within, which I don't really think counts, 7 and 13, all the Eidolons, which is a big one in itself. Though it's weird because the one that's 4 and 6 also talks about the War of the Magi, which is weird. I'm going to have to look into that one, though. And I also added 14 because 14 has references to the Triad. It's the only connection to those. I can't fill 6 minutes. At least I don't think I can. I really don't think I need to either. But if I want to have the full video playing out in the background, oh yeah, maybe I should. adjust it a little bit. Let's split that clip. Knock that out. Oops, nope. Clip, please, thank you. It's all just aesthetic thing here now. This is the main bulk of the video. Where's my timeline logo that I made? Did I lose that logo? Oh, really? I'd made a nice logo and I guess I lost it. Lame. I'm gonna have to make another one. I hate making logos and icons and okay, Alan, you have a good night. And that might actually be a good time, so you guys don't have to keep seeing me do all this. So guys, yeah, this is just how I do my editing. It's gonna need tweaking. Before this is even complete, I gotta figure out how to fill up 8 more minutes. And then put stuff up here so it's not just the video itself playing and distracting you guys. So it's a work in progress. It takes me, with my work schedule, usually about a week or two to get all this set, and then I have to render it overnight because it'll take 3 to 4 hours, if not longer. So I have to make time for that. So that's usually on a work night where I have to go to work. I'll hit it, come home, go to bed, wake up, go back to work type thing. And usually one of those nights. So it really all just depends on when I can get everything set. So as I mentioned, it's just a little brief video showing the inner workings of how I edit. If you guys can think of a better program that I could use, or have a or want to send me one, just go ahead and do that. Put it in the comments below. This should be up sometime in August. It is July 30th right now. So sometime in early to mid-August is when this video will be up and running. But that's all I'm going to do for today, guys. If you want to see more, if you want to support the channel in any financial way, there's the link there. And remember, guys, you guys be safe out there and stay cool in this hot summer. Until next time, I'll see you later.